Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Sas here. I'm here to do just a quick little video. I'm just going to talk about 90-day quarantine a little bit. Really, to be honest with you, I just want to talk about Caesar. That's really it. But I hit some of the couples, not much. And I'm also going to talk about Geoffrey. Geoffrey. Now, Geoffrey. Ooh, Geoffrey cut up some terrible. Allegedly. But we'll get to Geoffrey in a minute. Let's talk about this 90-day quarantine. Alright? Now, one of my homegirls, one of my subscribers, one of my loyal subscribers, hey Grace, hey! Grace hit me up and was like, have you been watching 90-day quarantine? You know, can you talk about 90-day quarantine? I was like, no. No, it's 90 day this, it's too much. And so she was like, well, really, I just want you to talk about Caesar. I was like, Caesar is on 90-day quarantine. And so I said, let me, take a look at it. And so I watched it and I said, insufficient funds. Ooh, that felt good saying that. Ooh, boy, I will say I have missed Caesar and his oodles and noodles bike ride self. So, 90-day quarantine, I watched, a couple of episodes, and the only thing I can say is it's boring. I mean boring. I mean, they are doing the exact same thing we're doing. Trying to live, child. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. So, basically, they are inside of their house, and the kids are driving them crazy. The husbands, wives are driving them crazy. So, let's just talk about, a few, child, let's talk about Colt. Child, Colt and his 6 cats is living with his mama, and his mama is living it. He says that he has not talked to Larissa, ain't spoke to Larissa. I don't know what's going on with Larissa since her 3rd arrest. Now, I do believe that Colt is going to be on one of the 90-day, I think Happily Ever After. Is Colt going to be on 90-day Happily Ever After, or is it Larissa? Either way, I don't care. I will be reviewing 90-day Happily Ever After, and I will be reviewing 90-day the other way. Child, I will get into the other way, and my lock, honey, it's still on lock. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but honey, we'll sort that out when it comes. But I will be reviewing those 2 shows, honey. So, he's there with his mama. I do believe that he lost his job, due to COVID. He says that he has been working out, okay? He's done lost a couple of pounds, and yay, he's looking for lube. Colt is a mess. The mama is a mess. Larissa's a mess. The whole thing is a mess. And all those cats. Let's move on. Powell and Russ, child. Honey, Russ still looks the same. He got a little coif hairdo. Powell looks good. She got this pinkish, blondish hair going on. They got that baby Axel. And honey, Axel is a handful. Honey, he was swollen, he was screaming, and I changed the channel. I couldn't do it, y'all. I couldn't do it. So Powell and Russ seem like that they okay, and Axel is giving them headaches. Let's move on. Elizabeth and Andre. Y'all know Andre, don't you? Andre is the one that refuses to get a job and bosses Elizabeth around, and Elizabeth takes it. Alright, they have a baby, and Andre still don't have a job. He didn't have a job before COVID, during COVID, and he won't have one after COVID. He's too busy telling her how to spend her money. Because, see, he ain't got no job. He ain't got no money. But he's busy telling her how to spend her money. Now, see, she done had some hardship. They done had some hardship because, remember, y'all, she works for her father, who owns rental property. Well, the COVID hit, and people was having a hard time paying because they lost their job, which means she was not getting paid. Child, they was fussing about money in that episode because she was buying stuff online and he was saying we need to conserve money. Andre and Elizabeth are still Andre and Elizabeth. See, this is why I don't watch that Pillow Talk, because they're on Pillow Talk. I just can't do Andre. I can't do them. Let's move on. Emily and Sasha, all right? They doing all right. Emily looks good. Emily looks like that she's lost some weight. Sasha had gotten sick. They thought possibly he had COVID, but it turns out that he did not have COVID. He was just sick, okay? He took some antibiotics and some rest, and he's doing all right, okay? He was trying to be a personal trainer, but then COVID hits, and that went out the window. I think Emily has a job. I think she's possibly working from home, but honey, big baby David. Honey, David's still big, y'all. Is that his name, Big Baby? Well, is that his name, y'all? David. Honey, that boy was up talking. He was washing dishes. I think I seen him play some video games. He was eating a whole chicken. Let me leave that boy alone. Listen, Big Baby David is probably my favorite reality show baby. Because, honey, that baby came out walking. That baby was born at 15 pounds, 25 ounces. Oh, Lord. Cute as a butt. I mean, adorable that kid is. But anyway, they seem like they're doing okay. Sasha is still on his fitness kick, still on his health kick. But him and Emily and the baby, you know, seem like they are doing, you know, just fine. Oh, Chantel and Pedro. Now listen, the minute I heard Chantel say, only thing that Pedro does is play video games on his computer, I changed the channel. I said, no ma'am, no sir. I can't do Chantel, and I definitely can't do Pedro. Whew! Those two got on my nerves so bad I couldn't take it. I could not. They get on my nerves, y'all. Cannot take it. Move on. Michael and Juliana, they seem like they're doing really, really well. But some sad news. The ex-wife, Miss Timberland Child, she got diagnosed with cancer. That is too sad. I think it was breast cancer. Yeah, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She got a new man in her life. And her new man, Michael and Juliana and the boys, honey, they seem like they are happy, healthy, and loved. You know, they just seem like they're enjoying each other's company. They seem very supportive of the ex-wife. Her new man seems very supportive. They seem like they get along very, very well. Good for them. Good for them. I hope she pulls through and everything is okay. I just thought that was sad. That was sad. At first I thought Miss Timberland was gonna go in there and wreck some stuff. But honey, Miss Timberland's alright. She's okay. But anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about Caesar. Let's talk about insufficient funds. Caesar been hit hard with COVID, y'all. Okay, he is not able to do his pedicures. Okay, the salon done shut down, and he's just, you know, not able to make any money. Okay, he still has his bicycle. He got that. So he's talking to a friend, and he is giving his friend a virtual pedicure. You heard me right, friends. When I tell you Caesar brought up his crusty feet into that camera, I said, no, y'all didn't have to do this. His feet look reptilian. His feet look reptilian. His toes are talons, okay? And see, that little toe right beside the pinky toe, the toenail was black. It looked like somebody burned it up. And you got that all over my screen. So he is showing his friend how to give a virtual pedicure. He had his feet all up in the camera. He was sawing at it and gnawing it and grooving it and moving it, just smiling and laughing. I was like, Cecil, you don't put your foot down. So then he starts telling his friend that he met a new woman. Now, Caesar says, and apparently this was news to the producers. He hadn't told anybody this. Caesar says that he met Maria. Y'all remember Maria? Maria was his woman. His woman. The one that he had, the woman that had him eating oodles and noodles. The woman that had him taken from Peter to give to Paul. The woman that had him taken out payday loans, child, asking his friends for money, asking his boss for an advancement. That Maria. The same Maria that he went over there to see, and honey, she was nowhere to be found. But we see that Maria did show up at the reunion. Okay, so he tells the producers that he went over there and seen Maria. He said they had a pleasant conversation, a pleasant trip. I do believe he said that they hugged and held hands. But there was no sex going on. Maria said, not today, not tomorrow, not next week. Okay, you ain't getting none of this. All right. Now, y'all remember he had all those chocolate panties and chocolate covered strawberries and all this stuff. Honey, I guess he wasn't able to use it. Because she said no. Hell no. That's what she said. So then the producers was like, okay, well, what about pictures? You got any pictures? This is what Insufficient Funds said. That's interesting. Well, I took pictures and I sent them to Maria. I don't know where them pictures went. Let me say that sentence again, friends. Insufficient Funds said that he took pictures, sent them to Maria, and he don't know where them pictures went. He don't know why Maria didn't post them pictures. My question is, if you took them on your phone or your camera, why can't we see the pictures? What did you do with the pictures? And let's say that Maria took the pictures and sent them to you. Where they at? See, we are just hearing this from Caesar. Did Caesar really go see Maria? That's the question. But see, and if he did, and then there were some pictures, honey, Maria didn't want no type of trace associated with Insufficient Funds. She didn't want nobody to know that Insufficient Funds came to her and spent time with her. She was like, out of sight, out of mind. I don't want nobody to know you brought your cockeyed, scaly feet over here. Period. So, anyway, he says, but you know what? Let's not even talk about Maria, because Maria is no longer in my life. I have moved on from Maria. Honey, Insufficient Funds said, I got me a new woman. A woman here in the United States. A woman that lives in New Orleans. A hot woman. I said, okay. So he set up a virtual date. He got the table all set up. He got whipped cream. He got strawberries. He got champagne. And he's waiting for this woman to come online. And she did. She had on this white, looked like lingerie. I said, what the hell's going on here? What is happening? So, this woman is real. She lives in the United States. Caesar is smiling, honey. He is happy, child. He said this is his woman, wants to be his girlfriend, child. This woman is his woman. And honey, she seemed like she was cool with Insufficient Funds. She had a smile on her face. She liked when he was spraying that great value whipped cream on that strawberry, honey. She was tickled. I said, ain't nothing wrong with it, Insufficient Funds. I ain't mad at you. If this is what makes you happy and she is in the United States and you ain't got to fly all over the country, so be it. Okay. So anyway, that is 90-day quarantine. That's my little, 90-day quarantine. That's my little 90-day quarantine recap. Will I be discussing 90-day quarantine again? No, because I just wanted to talk about insufficient funds. 90-day quarantine to me is boring. All right. So let's get into Geoffrey. All right. Now, if y'all are new to my channel, welcome to the family. Y'all know that when I do these reviews of 90 Day Fiance, Love After Lockup, I don't know anything about these people prior to the show. What they put in front of me is what I review and what I talk about. So when I started doing the 90 Day Fiance review, I was told that Geoffrey likes to go upside women's heads, child. He likes to put his hands on women. Okay. All right. Because I'm only reviewing what I see. All right. So, of course, I didn't know anything about him, being a woman abuser, allegedly. So, Alyssa, what's up, girl? Alyssa sent me a link to an article about Geoffrey. And she was like, will you take a look at this and possibly talk about it? So I took a look at it and I read and I was like, Geoffrey, what's going on here? So, according to reality TV seasons and spoilers, of course, all this is allegedly. Don't y'all be putting my name attached to this. This is allegedly. I will put the link down below. Okay, so now Geoffrey's done been in some legal mess. We all know he was a street pharmacist back in the day. All right, so now it comes out that he has been arrested for abusing women. All right, apparently he had abused an ex-wife. He was arrested for it. He says that this was lies, all lies, honey. He says that he will be exonerated from them charges, okay? Now, according to Geoffrey said that they told him that they would drop all charges if he pled guilty. Geoffrey said, not today, not tomorrow, not next week. I'm innocent. Why should I plead to something I didn't do? I am innocent. I will be exonerated. I ain't pleading nothing, okay? So, all that is going on. Then I start reading the article. I think that took place last June, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all know more than I do, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong. And then I got to V's name, Varia. Now, y'all gonna have to help me out on this. Varia says, and in this article, Varia says that Geoffrey hit her upside the head, hit her in the stomach, dragged her, banged her head up against the wall. That's what Varia said. And I believe this took place in January. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, y'all the investigators. Now, the police was called. Police said that it was some alcohol, some intoxicatingness going on. I guess it was some of that Tennessee whiskey. So, Geoffrey was drunk, allegedly. He done went upside Varia's head, okay? Geoffrey says that Varia's wounds was self-inflicted. Geoffrey said that Varia did that to himself. That's what Geoffrey said. Geoffrey said self-inflicted. Now, the court case that back in June, when y'all see the video, that's what he's talking about, I do believe. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But this article is talking about V and her altercation with Geoffrey. So, Geoffrey has some marks on his stomach. Now, they're saying that the wounds that was put upon Varia were not self-inflicted, but the wounds that was put on Geoffrey seem self-inflicted. What in the Fatal Attraction Lifetime movie going on here? Geoffrey, his drunk self, gets arrested. So they put him in the cop car, and y'all, Geoffrey cut a shine, child. He back there screaming. They said that he was like trying to kick out the windows, resisting arrest. It was just a mess. Geoffrey was back out cutting up. Honey, that Tennessee whiskey was strong. So, Geoffrey gets arrested. This is my question. When was Varia back over here? When did all this take place? Y'all know I'm not going to do no research. I'm sure y'all will tell me. So you mean to tell me that Varia and Geoffrey were still seeing each other? I thought he was with Mary. Now, his baby mother, ex-Brittany. I'm not quite sure if Brittany was the one that he beat up in June, allegedly. But he has a baby by Brittany. Okay, they're in this awful custody dispute, all right? She takes the baby, goes to Canada, all right? And because she said she was in fear of her life. The court system said, "No, girl, you can't be doing that. You cannot be doing that." So they took the baby from her, gave it to Geoffrey, okay? And I think now the ex-Brittany has the child back, temporary custody. Geoffrey is a whole mess. Just messy drama, a mess. Just a mess. So Geoffrey is getting interviewed by some guy. And Geoffrey is saying that, he will be exonerated. The charges will be dropped. He is innocent. He also says there was some petitions going around saying that TLC needed to drop Geoffrey. Okay, TLC says, listen, we can't be dropping Geoffrey from his show. I mean, Geoffrey has a lot of, Geoffrey's part of this show. I mean, this show 2-3 hours long. We can't be cutting Geoffrey out. TLC, y'all need to be cutting this show to an hour. That's what you need to do. But hey, I'm not the, 90 Day Fiance police. So they says, listen, Geoffrey's on this show. Geoffrey gonna stay on this show. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Now, I'm quite sure 90 Day Fiance producers, whoever, did background checks on Geoffrey, knew about Geoffrey's, past. I mean, knew about the street pharmaceutical deals. He talked about it on the show. And I'm sure when, this show came out and he started, being accused of domestic violence, I mean, I guess it was a wrap then. They couldn't, really, do anything about it. So they said, listen, all right, Geoffrey is not going to be on the tell-all reunion, okay? That is it, okay? Geoffrey said that he was fired and that it was a plot against his ex-girlfriend and that Brittany girl. They plotted against him so he would be fired and not be on the tell-all. He says that thousands of people were the ones that got him booted from the tell-all, even though 3.3 million people apparently said that it was all right. Geoffrey is delusional. Now, this is my thing. I think Geoffrey should have been on the tell-all. Have Sean Robinson ask him the tough questions. Sean should have asked him, did you abuse your girlfriend? Why were you arrested? All them self-inflicted wounds? Was you cutting shine in the back of that police car? What's wrong with you? See, if I was hosting, the tell-all, I would be asking Geoffrey all kinds of questions. So I think that Geoffrey should have been on the tell-all. He done been on the show. Everyone in the whole world knows about his arrest record, knows about his past. So what is the harm of him being on the tell-all? I wanted to hear what he had to say. I wanted Sean and the rest of the castmates to be like, Geoffrey, come on. And bring V on. Bring Varia on. Varia said that Geoffrey went upside her head, done banged her head up against the wall. What she got to say about it? We will never know because, honey, Geoffrey got booted. He got fired. Okay? So, What do y'all think about this story? What do y'all think about Geoffrey? Let me know down below. We will discuss it. Okay, I'll leave the link to that little article and video. It's a YouTuber is talking about it as well. So I'll leave it down below. Y'all can take a look at it. Other than that, I think that's it. All right. Don't forget to turn your notifications on, y'all. YouTube tripping. So make sure that your notifications are turned on. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. And until